Wondering what 2014 will bring for the job market? Here to tell us is Barry James, president of James Investment Research. Thanks for joining us, Barry.
Glad to be here.
So let's start talking about where we are now. You know, in 2013 we saw some improvements, but still not a real robust employment picture.
Right. As we look at the employment situation today, we're not where we should be in a normal recovery. We should be well above the levels that we were at the beginning of the recession, and we've not reached those levels. We're not back to that. We're still about 1 million full-time jobs below that. So it hasn't been as strong a recovery in the employment side of things as we would have hoped.
Yeah. And what do you think we'll see in 2014? Are you optimistic about more improvements?
Well, I think certainly certain areas we're going to see some improvements. I think there'll be very slow improvements overall. We have some impediments to the growth in the jobs market, such as the new Obamacare law that has been passed and being implemented, and smaller companies are having a difficult time absorbing that and what that means for employment and the like. But overall, we've been on a steady process of some gains each month. But what's amazing to me, the number of new jobs that people are getting is about the same as the number of new people coming into the workforce each month.
Right.
So it doesn't really offset that, and that's a bit of an impediment.
Right. So if you're looking for a job, it doesn't mean there's a ton more out there for you.
That's correct.
Well, let's talk about some of the positives that might lead to more job creation. You know, the housing market, that's one. Is
Right.
that going to lead to more jobs with any?
We think so. What we're seeing is a steady drawdown in the supply of homes. And while some of these are being picked up by investors, obviously some of them are being picked up by normal households. And with that reduction, that means more production is needed. And each new home generally creates 1 or 2 new full-time jobs, because people don't just need the house, they need, you know, carpet, and they need bedrooms and kitchens and all of that. So it's a very, very good thing. And we don't generally see good, strong recoveries in the economy until the housing market's moving forward, and we're seeing that. Home prices are rising, and I think we see good things as long as, you know, we don't get into problems with interest rates curtailing that. That should be a positive. Energy area is also very positive. The production in the United States, well over 80% of our energy needs are now being produced right here in the United States. And with all that additional production come a lot of new jobs, from the servicing of those to the actual refiners. So there's a lot of new jobs in that area that I think people will be gravitating toward. Of course, you go to North Dakota, you can't find a home because
Right.
there's so much going on there.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing from an employment standpoint.
And you're from Ohio, from the Midwest. I
That's
think
right.
the auto industry is another area we're seeing some good job
We
creation.
are, especially the suppliers. The United States has really turned the corner in terms of the quality of what they're making, in terms of the fuel efficiencies of these cars. So we're on the cusp of continuing what has been a real advance in terms of sales of cars in the United States. They were very old. People were driving around 11-year-old cars. I know I have one of those in my driveway, my old truck. But it's time that people get new cars, and that's kind of the way we are in America, and the low interest rates and so forth kind of help that. So manufacturing has been very strong in the United States, and so that whole area, a lot of people getting jobs in that area too. The only problem we have is that we don't have enough skilled people in those areas. So people that are looking for work, if they can get those skills, they can probably find a good job.
I see. Okay, well, last question. You mentioned interest rates a few times. We have a new Fed chair.
Right.
What do you see happening there? Do you think we'll see a change in direction? Is that positive for the job market, or more the same?
If you look at her history of what she's written, Janet Yellen, who just got approved to be the new Fed chair, she's very much concerned about jobs. So her focus is going to be jobs, jobs, and jobs. So she's going to do whatever it takes to try to either keep interest rates low or to help the economy accelerate in any way that she can. She may or may not be successful in that, but that is her focus, and she's not going to take her eye off of that prize. She really wants to see people get jobs.
Okay, so it sounds like you're cautiously optimistic. Is that accurate for 2014 jobs?
It is. It is. I think we'll see some improvements, but it won't be as dynamic as we would like to see. And you know, the hurdles will come along through the year, and there'll be a few of these reports that are not very good. But overall, I think by the time we get to the end of the year, we'll have seen a steady improvement in that situation.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for sharing your analysis with us today.
Glad to be here.